Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Eagle Politics. Make sure you guys like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So, we have not done a House prediction in a while, but I think it's important to do one. We got the election less than 3 months away, and we obviously have been focusing a lot of time and energy on the presidential race, and we've done plenty of Senate predictions as well. But I think it's important that we take some time out of the day today to do a House prediction because Donald Trump, it seems like Republicans are going to get the Senate regardless of what happens at the presidential level. But let's say Trump wins, which I still believe that he is favored to do despite some recent developments in polling. He's going to need the House in order to get anything done. And it's important that we fill out this map and see, is he going to have the House? And obviously, we have not yet done a House prediction in a Trump v. Harris race quite yet. This is going to be the first one. But how does the shakeup impact the House? I had Republicans gaining seats in the last prediction. Democrats, definitely one of the reasons why they pushed Biden aside was because they knew that he would possibly cost them some down-ballot races. That's why he was threatened with the 25th Amendment allegedly behind the scenes. So, without further ado, we're going to go state by state and fill out the competitive races and see which party's going to be first to cross that 218-seat finish line to get that gavel of the speakership and House control. So we'll start off with Alabama, no competitive races there. Alaska, this is one, and this is a race where, again, I feel like if it wasn't for the ranked choice voting mixed with the top four primary, I would feel more confident. I don't even think ranked choice voting is the number one problem with Alaska's system, believe it or not. But the fact that you're pinning Republicans against Republicans and the Democrats put up their fake moderate definitely plays a role. Still, I think it's a presidential year. It is, and it's going to be close. I think it's going to be much closer than people think. Peltola first ballot last time. She got what exactly? I don't even think she got 50%. Palin's out of the equation. I think it's going to be a narrow flip this cycle, depending on who gets across that finish line. But as of right now, I think you're going to see it narrowly flip. I think it's a sleeper flip. Then you go to Arizona, where David Schweikert, he's going to be facing relative weak opposition. He should get by in the first district. And Juan Ciscomani, definitely, he's kind of a rhino, but that might work to his advantage in the specific district that he's running, and I think he will win. Nothing out of Arkansas. We'll go to California, where definitely Kamala Harris, she's from California, so people are questioning, is she going to run up the score? But even then, she was less popular in California than Biden was in 2020, so do keep that in mind. I still think that Trump's going to gain a bit in the state, but I don't think it's going to be by as much as if current Biden was the nominee. So you can go district by district here. I think the 13th district, that one might flip back, just razor thin. I think the top of the ticket might potentially cause Duarte to lose, but I think Valadeo, I think he'll hang on again. I think Mike Garcia is going to hang on again. That guy is like an electoral juggernaut. He's got crossover appeal. Doesn't really matter. He's still leading some polls. Did very well in round one. In the 41st district, Ken Calvert, I think he is going to go out there and hold on. And then I think that in the 47th district, this one's interesting. I still think that it's going to be tough to flip it just because it's an open seat in a presidential year. I think Baugh would win if it was a midterm year, though. So already Republicans, they're getting up there. 215 out of the gate. That's huge for them. Colorado, you have the 8th district. I think the Democrats are going to hold on to that seat by a little bit in the 8th district, although I've heard that Evans could be a strong candidate, so we'll see. Nothing updated out of Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, not even a single competitive race there. Look at that beautiful map. Georgia, nothing there. Hawaii, nothing. Idaho, nothing. Illinois, we'll leave the 17th as lean blue as it stands right now. Indiana, I think that maybe you could see that first district get closer, but still it's probably going to stay in the Democrat column. But that district is moving right at the presidential level. Iowa will leave it. Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana will leave those. Maine, Jared Golden, he's kind of distanced himself from Kamala Harris, which I think might bode well for him. He definitely also has made some comments about guns that were not super popular. And Austin Therolt's a much stronger candidate in my book than Polikin. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, we'll keep it as tilt blue, especially if we're going to have Alaska flipping red. So it'll kind of offset. So Maryland, nothing. Massachusetts, nothing. Michigan, here's where it gets interesting. These at the presidential level, you have some districts that are relatively, more competitive. And Slotkin is running for Senate. That district's open. And the 8th district is also open. I think that Trump's going to do very, very well in these districts, and Republicans are going to pick off the open seats. I think he wins both of these districts, by the way, just based off of trends and the fact that Harris is not going to do well compared to 2020 Biden, in my book, among white working class voters. So Minnesota, nothing there. Mississippi, nothing. Missouri, nothing. Montana, nothing. Nebraska, I think Don Bacon's going to hold on in the 2nd district. I think it gets closer at the presidential level, but I think Democrats hold on to it there, but it'll get closer. Then you have Nevada. I don't see all 3 of these seats going in the likely Democrat column. Personally, I think Trump is going to win the state. I think some of these districts are going to get closer. The polling I've seen out of the 4th is closer. Maybe Titus is going to win that 1st district by a likely margin, but I wouldn't be shocked if there's a surprise flip or two. Just depends on how well Trump does in Nevada, but he's already crossed 218. New Jersey, the 7th district, I think that one, you're probably going to see Keene win it. Down ballot, it's more Republican, and he's now the incumbent. So I think that he's going to end up winning in that 7th district there. Trump might rebound a little bit. That was part of Biden's, I guess you would say, the area where Biden was strong in 2020. I don't think Harris is going to replicate those numbers there. And then you have New Mexico. This is an interesting one. I think Harrell might somehow win it back. It just really depends on Hispanic trends, but I think I could see that happen in New Mexico's 2nd. New York, we have a few seats that are open, which again, Donald Trump, he's polling well in New York. Even the last poll, him and Harris is doing better than Biden, but she's only up, 14? Trump in 2020, he fell short in the state by 23 points, I should say. So you go through these. D'Espacito, I could see, as of right now, I could see that district, him falling short, but I think Lawler's going to win. I think Bolsonaro is going to win as well, just based off of the way the state's going to move, and down ballot, they'll vote a little bit more Republican than at the top of the ticket. North Carolina, that 1st district that's moving to the right, I think Don Davis in the new district's going to lose. I think Republicans are going to flip that. We'll move down to Ohio, where the 9th district, Marcy Kaptur, she's an electoral juggernaut. I think it's going to be close, but I think that she's probably going to end up losing. The 13th district, that's iffy. Sykes down ballot. She might narrowly win. I wouldn't be shocked if a seat or two flipped in Ohio, though. I think the state's going to move to the right, but Democrats kind of, it's going to take a little bit for them to lose those 2 seats. Then we go to Oregon. I think Democrats will flip this seat. I think Chavez DeRemer is going to fall short. She was kind of carried by Drazen and her strong performance at the top of the ticket. I don't think that Trump is going to do well enough in that district to carry her, just based off of how Oregon is. Pennsylvania, on the other hand, I think that the 8th district, for the first time, you're going to see a flip. I think both of these are going to flip. Biden, he was from eastern Pennsylvania. Northeastern Pennsylvania was like his stronghold. That's not the case anymore. Down ballot effects, I believe, are going to carry Republicans in those districts. I think the state's going to be close, but I still have Trump favored over Kamala Harris. So nothing in a lot of these states. I believe that includes nothing in Texas. Although down ballot, you never know. I think the 34th is going to be closer. There's trends that are just going to be too difficult, in my opinion, for Democrats to, hold on by such a sizable margin in those places. Virginia, the 7th district, I think it could be closer. I guess we could leave it as lean blue for right now. Vindman's got a lot of money and stuff like that. He's well connected. Then you have the 3rd district here, Joe Kent versus Marie Perez. She did horrible in that primary. I think Kent is actually going to go out there and narrowly win the district. He's kind of running a campaign that's a lot more competent this time around, it seems. I think he's going to win that district there. Nothing out of West Virginia. As for the state of Wisconsin, nothing out of Wyoming, obviously. So Without further ado, let's take a look at this map. Kind of similar to the last one. I think Republicans just down ballot. They were kind of leaving a lot off the table in like the Rust Belt in 2022 because there were some, weak candidates at the top of the ticket in Michigan and Pennsylvania. Donald Trump is a unique point of strength in those places. And just based off of the redistricting in North Carolina, they're going to gain. Democrats in the South are going to gain some seats because of the DEI Supreme Court decision. But I really feel as if you're going to see Democrats, they'll flip a few seats, but Republicans are going to flip more. It's a presidential year. I think that even in a narrow Trump loss, they're still going to keep the House. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, guys. But anyways, make sure you like this video down below, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Red Eagle, out.